Good morning. Friday, still August 5th, but you guys probably won't see this till sometime in September. I think I've got enough videos queued up in the queue that'll get me. I've been trying to get ahead on my videos so that I don't get behind on my videos. I'm trying to, now that if I just stick with making one every week, it'll just flow. Anyway, regardless of that, are you guys still picking up customers? It always comes in waves for me. I'll go for a while where I get nothing, no calls, no anything, and then one will come in, and then it seems like bam, 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 bam. I just get stacked, which has been this week. So I've picked up 1, 2, 3, though the third one I'm not going to start mowing until next month, until the first week of September. I'm just going to mow them for September and October, which normally I wouldn't do, but this is someone that I used to mow them for TaskEasy. They were a TaskEasy client for 2 years. My first season, last season, then and then this season I came back and they were taking care of it themselves. And then I just got contacted last night that they like me. They travel a lot, and seems this year they haven't been doing so much traveling. But now they're going to be traveling for the fall or whatever, fall and winter. They're going to be snowbirds and take off for the winter. Anyway, so they called and they're like, hey, we'd rather it's only September and October. We'd just like to go straight through you, but we'll go through TaskEasy if you want us to, but it would just be less of a headache if we could just go directly with you. So I was like, yeah, no problem. I don't take that as me stealing it from TaskEasy. I mean, they called me. They did the homework to find me. I don't market to them at all. So anyway, I picked them up. It's just for 2 months. Just a little extra money for the end of the month. I don't know if you guys got all that sun or not. Jeez. It's 8:30. So this week's war stories. This week's been a pretty quiet week up until flipping yesterday wasn't a nightmare, but it was a pain in the ass. Start my morning out. It was all nice. Everything was going smooth for the first lawn, and I was out on the road fairly early, and everything was happy. I get to my second lawn, and the sprinklers were on, and that's really odd for them because they don't they've never had the sprinklers on that late in the morning. So I was like, all right. I had another lawn that was close. It was a new lawn that I started yesterday. So I was like, all right, no big deal. I'll go knock out this other lawn, and then I can, come back. The grass will be wet, but at least I'll be able to mow it. And it grows really fast. So a ton of funky grasses. It grows super thick. And so anyway, I come back and the sprinklers were still on, and that was the only lawn I had left in this part of town. And I was going to a totally different town for the rest of the day. Nothing I can do. I can't sit around and just hope that the sprinklers go off. So, and turning them off and mowing it with it soaking wet would be ridiculous with how thick this lawn is. So I was like, screw it. I took off, went to the next town, running my route in the next town, and the first lawn I go to in the next town was just a one-time mow. I was doing it for a friend, because I don't do one-time mows. But this guy who watches my videos, he knows who he is. So anyway, I show up to his house, and the neighbors are playing football on the street. The dad, a bunch of neighborhood kids, refused to get out of my way. I mean, literally, I'm sitting there in the middle of the road, can't move forward. So I get over and start pulling up on the curb to park, and they just stand there. I mean, literally stand there being assholes, will not get out of the way. Because my buddy has the only 2 shade trees, apparently, so that's where they want to sit. So I park in front of the neighbor's house, and I get out and I start trimming. Won't get out of the way of the trimmer. It was ridiculous. And I mean, I can understand kids being stupid, but there was an adult there. And I kept looking at him, and he's like, man, he's just shrugging his shoulders. So I hit one water bottle with, one of their water bottles was right on the grass. Hit it with the trimmer. They look at me like I'm the one doing something wrong, though they won't move their shit out of my way. I kicked another one out of the way. Dude left his phone laying in the grass, and he's staring at me as I'm coming up to it. Trimmer right over his phone. I didn't hit his phone. So he freaks out. He gets his phone. Nobody's saying anything to me. They're just being in the way. So he grabs his phone. Finally, after I did that, they move all their shit out of the way. Sort of. And I finished mowing. But by this time, I'm so frustrated and just in that mode of, this is just going to be a bad day. So I finish the lawn, load up, start pulling. They do the same thing to me when I try to leave. Just stand right in the middle of the road. I'm honking at them. They're staring at me. And I mean, these are like 9-year-old kids, so it ain't like I can get out and freaking whip their asses. The dad, I should have got out and freaking whipped his ass because he's just standing there too thinking it's funny. So I'm beeping the horn. Finally, they get out of the way. I was like, oh my God. I just don't get it, man. And what was funny, the dad, I've actually done work for that dude. I did an aeration for him. And I didn't do a bad job. I did it right. And he freaking took forever to freaking pay. I had to do the whole email reminder. And finally they paid. But so that was that. I ran the rest of my route pretty normal. No major issues. Got to the last lawn in that part of town, and the sprinklers were on at that house. It was a Task Easy lawn, so I just canceled the mow. I don't screw around with the Task Easy ones. If they're not ready when I show up, I cancel them. My customers I treat a little different. Good. I'm showing up at this house I was just talking about with the sprinklers on yesterday morning, and the sprinklers are off for me today, so I'm going to mow. But anyway, I showed back up at this yesterday evening, and I was going to do it, and the damn sprinklers were still on. They water in the morning and in the evening, and so I'd sent an email, and they got them turned off for me. But so I'm here, and I'm blocking you with the sun, and that's my little war story for this week, and I gotta get this grass knocked out later. Well, I guess the wet lawn saga continues. The sprinklers were off when I showed up. I was going to do video and pictures, but God, it looks like shit. I mean, I've mowed it 3 times. It looks like shit. It's soaking wet. The sprinklers weren't on when I showed up. They weren't supposed to be on at all this morning. Was my understanding. They were going to leave it totally off so I could just hit it because it's out of route. There'd be no issues. Well, they ran this morning because that lawn is freaking soaked. And it's too big of a lawn to push. Well, I guess it's not too big to push, but I'm not going to push it through. Anyway, I mowed it 3 freaking times, and to me, it looks like shit because it's so wet. I can't get the blades to break up well enough because they keep clumping. I went through and I blew the clumps and I mowed it and I blew the clumps and I mowed it. It's a bad looking lawn. It's not her fault because she's not even in town. She's gone camping. It's her, I don't know if you call it her boyfriend or he's moving out, so they're not, I don't know. I don't know the whole dynamic of that. I just know a little bit, and it doesn't sound like they're friendly toward one another, though they're still living in the same house right now. But she did tell me that he's on his way out. Shops starting at $400 a month. I gotta go over there. I want to go check that out. Not that I'm going to get into a shop per se at the end of the season, but I need to look forward toward that because I'm outgrowing my property. Anyway, yeah, so the grass was soaking wet, so it looks like shit. First lawn of the day, my feet are soaked. I'm gonna go down to the park. I'm gonna take my freaking shoes off because I'm still running a little bit early. Not crazy early, but early enough that it ain't gonna kill me to stop. And I think I got a pair of socks buried in the back somewhere. Anyway, fuck, man, I hate construction zones. Okay, so that's what's going on today so far. And it's Friday. Already soaked. Let's get after it.
Yes, apply it.
Alright guys, so it's 3 o'clock. I haven't taken any pictures or any video today at all. I got rolling. Had 9 on the board. And it's 3 o'clock and I'm still not done. We got one more. It's 3:13 actually. I'm going to be mowing. It's going to take me till 5 o'clock. Because the city's doing a bunch of freaking construction and I can't go down the street with a trailer. And it's in a part of town that I can't leave my trailer anywhere. There's nowhere that I can leave my trailer. Even I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't put a lock on it and leave it anywhere over there. So I have mowed 8, and now I've dumped my grass because the way my Friday route is set up, I have my last lawn out by where I dump grass. So I can finish mowing it, go over, dump, be done. Well, other than this one I've got to go do, and I'm not going to bag it because I've already dumped my grass for the week. But I don't know. I don't know. I might bring a trash can with me just in case something goofy happened, but it's not going to matter on this lawn anyway. But now I've done my grass. I have to go all the way home, which I'm not close to my home. I'm closer to this stupid lawn. I have to come back out and mow. Drop my trailer, and then I'm just going to throw a 21. I'm just going to throw my Honda and my trimmer and my blower in back of the truck and run back out and mow that one. Just a lot of extra miles. This is the second time I've had to do this. It's an every other week lawn. The girl that rents the house is really nice. She's not the one paying me. Her landlord has hired me to mow the lawn, but I explained to her that she used to be a Tuesday. Now she's a Friday because I don't have time to mow a Tuesday route, and I don't dump grass on Tuesdays, so I'm not going to wrestle with getting my mower into a bed of grass. So there's a Friday add-on to the War Story Friday thing, I guess. Silly people. You silly people and your traffic circle stuff. Alright, 3:45. And I don't know if you can tell. You can see the bars rolling out with a mower and a trimmer and a blower. I don't mind. The thing that really drives me nuts about this lawn, and it's no one's fault, it's the city. Well, it's the city's fault. They can't just shut down one little block at a time to where you can still get into the street from another block, so to say. They shut down an entire street so you can get in from the opposite side. But if you've got a trailer, because this is the old town, if you've got a trailer, if you can't back into someone's driveway, you're not turning around. Not during the workday. Because they've got machinery over in, there's no more pavement. They've totally ripped it out. They couldn't do it at sections for some reason. They ripped the entire thing out. So if you got a trailer, you can't even get in there. So I have to do all this extra running. Even though I've been all around that house all day long. I just can't get to the house with a trailer. So I dumped. I ran all the way home. It took me 15 minutes to get home. It's going to take me about 15 minutes to get back out there and about 15 minutes to get back home. Funny thing is, all that extra running, it only takes me 15 minutes to mow it. Maybe. Makes me want to put my grr face on. Grr. Okay, let's do this. Alright, so it's 4:30. I'm done. I was going to video it, but it's such a small lawn. Even with the I don't know how loud that is. Even with the Honda, the 21, it takes 15 minutes to mow, trim, blow. It's a really small lawn. So no mow action this week. However, I listened to it a couple times. This is kind of a shout out, and I'm not sure. I'll put the link. Okay, sorry. So no mow action. I want to do a shout out. I don't know if you guys. I'm sure just about everyone does listen to podcasts and audiobooks, and I don't know. I can't listen to music all the time, so I mix it up, and I get some books from Audible, and I listen to some podcasts, and so today for one of the podcasts I listen to, it's Thursday, so he does Thursday Thunder, and it's Andy Frisella, and if you guys haven't checked out that podcast, it's freaking worth it. It's a motivational. It's not a lawn care. It's an entrepreneur, I guess, if I said that right. Kind of a podcast. Always got to keep a trimmer line in the pocket. That saves me so much walking. When you run out in the middle of the lawn and you just got a little 8-foot strand wound up in your pocket, bam. Because I use speed feed, so pop it and go. Anyway, back to Andy. So Andy Frisella, he is the CEO of Super Supplements, I do believe. Anyhow, he does a podcast, and it has nothing to do with fitness, or there's always caveats in there for fitness and whatever. But he's not selling anything ever. You can't buy any kind of a plan. You can't buy any kind of a step-by-step. There's nothing. It's just free. It's motivational. And it's called the MFCEO Project. Or maybe it's just the MFCEO. But it stands for the motherfucking CEO. And I don't know. I like listening to the guy. He doesn't beat around the bush. He doesn't walk on eggshells, says his point of view, says it like it is. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It's not it's just really down to earth. And today's was Thursday Thunder. It's just a short 6 or 7 minute. I think his goal is always keep it below 10 on Thursdays. It's just a real quick motivational thing, throws it out there, and that's your Thursday Thunder. And then Tuesdays is his actual podcast, and it's usually about an hour. So today's was, damn, I don't remember the title now. It's Work. Don't be afraid of the work. Are you afraid of work? But it was just, basically it was saying, if you're going to do your own thing, you can't be afraid of work. You're not going to get anywhere if you don't do the work. And if you do the work, it's not going to happen today, tomorrow, or next week, but you keep doing the work, you're going to get to where you want to go. And that's just like today. I could have easily blown this customer off because I didn't want to go home, drop the trailer, grab a 21-inch mower, because everybody that's watched me for a day knows I don't have a 21 on my trailer. I have a 30 and a 36. That's all I use. I used to use the 21, but however, I don't anymore. I don't have to. Other than this lawn, because I don't want to be lifting the Time Master up into the back of my truck. I can. I don't want to. I'd rather lift the 21 up and take off. It's hard for me to mow with the 21. It's so light and so little. It feels like, it's all over the damn place. I can't do a straight line with 21 save my life. It's too light. It bounces. It's not like I'm so used to the weight of the 30 or the 36 that the 21's all over. It's like freaking pushing a piece of paper around. Anyway, I could have easily thrown it off, and I listened to that this morning, and I knew this was coming at the end of my day. And then I even listened to it again on the way out, because all I was running through my head was, how can I just blow this lawn off? Should I just call the customer and be like, hey, you know what? I can't get to that lawn. The construction, blah, 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 blah. I was just making excuses. Excuse. So I just suck it up. It's my account. Do the effing work. And keep mowing and growing and whatever how all that goes. I know a lot of people use that one. But anywho, that's all I've got. That was my little war stories. I guess I'll edit them all together. I'm going to put a link to Andy's podcast down below. I found it, I don't know, I like it a lot. And that's my little shout out to Andy, and you guys should check him out, subscribe to it. I don't know, listen to him, tell me what you think. So, everybody have a great weekend. Later.